Rolex King, Queen, Prince, or Princess. Which one is not a Rolex watch? Hi, it's Meg from SwissWatchExpo. A Rolex King, a Rolex Queen, a Rolex Prince, and a Rolex Princess. 3 of those were actually Rolex watches. One of them isn't. And interestingly enough, it's the Rolex King. Their symbol is the crown, but they've never created a Rolex King in their watch collections. Of course, there's Air King. That's a different story. But we're going to talk today about the Rolex Prince. It's a stunning watch. It's got a storied history with Rolex. Actually starts back in the 1920s. Some of the first advertisements found for the Rolex Prince is actually from the 1930s. They were always Art Deco in style and inspired, beautiful timepieces, have a really rich history with Rolex, and they're just always stunning. And I love the fact that Rolex, because they're known for their Submariners, they're known for their Datejust, they're really known for their round watches. The Rolex Prince is rectangular in shape. Again, I mentioned very Art Deco. Originally the Curvex back, where it actually curved to fit your arm and over your wrist. And again, started in the 1930s originally. So beautiful Art Deco, very detailed in their style and their design, quite stunning. Jump ahead a little bit to the 1960s, and the Cellini collection was introduced. The Cellini collection is actually named after the Italian artist and goldsmith, sculptor, inventor, Benvenuto, I'm going to say it right, Benvenuto Cellini. And Rolex chose him to really name their Cellini collection after, and that was in the 1960s. So 2 kind of storied watches that all came together, but interestingly enough, shortly after, in the mid-1950s and 60s, the Cellini and the Prince collections were all retired. You didn't see them for a long time. I actually had the privilege of being around with Rolex, with their authorized dealers, in 2006 when the Rolex Cellini Prince was reintroduced. It's a big deal, it's really beautiful, and it's fun that I have a couple of them to show you today. So I just wanted to show you the 2 that we have in stock. They never stay here very long. As you know, we sell them so quickly, but we have 2 that are really beautiful, and they're quite extraordinary. So they did go back to the very classic rectangular Art Deco case. They're made only in white gold, rose gold, and yellow gold, so all precious metals, gorgeous timepieces. And what's interesting, of course, the Prince initially was referred to also as the doctor's watch because of the separated hour hand and second hand. So you can really see very quickly as far as it's being easy to read in the 2 separate dials. And they always have an upper dial and a lower dial. So that's always a lot of fun with the watches. With respect to a little bit of history going back on them, when they were initially made, when they're in the vintage styles, we always talk about what celebrity wore them or who was seen wearing them. Well, interestingly enough, one of the few photographs of a celebrity ever wearing one of the Prince watches was actually Al Capone. So you've got a little bit of bad boy in you, this is a good watch for you. All right, back to the one we have today. Just wanted to share that with you for a minute. These are really beautiful. So again, a couple things that are very special about them is, of course, the separate upper and lower dials, white gold. But what's also fascinating is the fact that Rolex does this very, very seldom. They've started to do it now more recently in some of their current productions, but this does have the exhibition back. I love exhibition backs. What makes this one so special is it shows off something else that's quite unique for Rolex. This Cellini Prince doesn't have an exhibition back that shows you one of their classic movements in it. This is actually a manual wind movement, and the movement itself is rectangular. So it's an entirely different movement than anything else that you see in any of the Rolex products. So beautiful timepiece. The other thing that I love about this, you can see on both of these are white gold, 2 very different and unique silver guilloche or engraving styles, a flame design and a circular design on the fronts of the cases on these dials. But what you'll notice is that same design, this one is the flame, is recreated and actually engraved also on the movement of the watch. And again, the one that has the circular, beautiful engraving of the circles around these two dials, that same circular pattern is meticulously recreated and hand engraved on the movement. So I just love such attention to detail. You'll notice here, again, the beautiful Art Deco styling and design. Each one of these are quite different in their look, but stunning timepieces. These were reintroduced to the market in 2006, but they retired them again in 2015. So we love when we see them. They're very quick to go to always, because they're such an extraordinary, unique piece in the Rolex collection. I love them. I had to share them with you today. I hope you like them too. We always enjoy you joining us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So do me a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the YouTube Swiss Watch Expo channel, and certainly give us a call here at Swiss Watch Expo. We'll be happy to connect with you on FaceTime, invite you in for an in-store appointment, put one of these on your wrist, and decide which one's going to go home with you.